Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Alaskan Road Truckers. This session, when I record it here, I wasn't actually making any commentary while I was driving, but I wanted to add in a couple of thoughts here after the fact. This has actually been recorded, I'd say probably after the second, maybe third patch update. And obviously, it's gotten like several more since then. There are like, I think, seven or eight, or I have no idea at this point. It's like a lot, but. Um, Anyways, I just wanted to like kind of put this out there of what I experienced at the time frame, and this is actually kind of a learning lesson here for me. So that's kind of why I've titled this video the way it is, as a truck driving school. So come along, join the ride, see what happens here. So anyways, while I'm journeying to this first location, what had happened is that I had actually picked a job before I hopped in my vehicle here. I'd gone through the filter and everything, and thought I'd picked one for my reputation, because for some reason I thought after my last gaming session, my reputation was that I got 4 stars or something like that, right? So I picked a job that I thought would be applicable, and that's where I'm heading to right now. Um, but obviously, incidences like this, me and my driving. But that's also partially because it's at the time frame. It's still been kind of hard to control with the game controller and everything as well. So sometimes it overcompensates when you turn, and well, that kind of thing happens right there. Anyway, so this is me coming into the location for the first job, and you'll see here in a second that, well, it didn't quite work out the way I was hoping it was going to. Let me go ahead and we'll pull up here and park. And you can see this is me selecting the job, so you can see what I was talking about there. Um, shows as 3 stars, and I thought I had at least, like I said, 4. But apparently, I don't. I have less than that. So there's my response. I tried. I tried a couple times to test it out, but you can see I actually got 3 stars there, or actually it's just under 3 stars. So because of that, I picked a different job, and that's where I'm going to head to next. One of the other things that I did here in this session, which you'll see right here, is that I learned on my controller now to start the engine, release the handbrake, and adjust the lights, all without having to actually look at the locations on the dash here. So you saw me quickly just jump in, start driving. That's exactly what I did, and so that's again part of the truck driving learning lesson here. And then found out something about this game that I wasn't quite sure of, and I wasn't ready for this. You can see I kind of like driving like a madman to get to my next job, or get to the job, and well, you'll see exactly what happens here in a second with me going too fast. And as I'm coming up here on this turn, too fast, couldn't slow down, smack. And well, there you go. Part of the learning lesson. You can get tickets for hitting vehicles too hard. The cop obviously cited me for causing an accident. Would this be the last one? Unfortunately, no, it wouldn't. And you'll see again here shortly. I'm driving along here thinking I'm doing kind of okay. Coming up on the intersection, and whoop, the vehicle pulls out in front of me. I'm still going too fast, and boom, caused another accident. This one I don't think was necessarily my fault, but I didn't even see the guy on the side of the road there. But regardless, I hit him, and it still cost me. So just be aware. You can get fined in this game for causing accidents. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. So obviously after I got done with that, I came over here to pull into the gas station, and this was another learning lesson on some things. So gonna pull up, gonna check on my gas here, get situated, and if you notice, got a little over a quarter tank there, right? Well, that's where this comes into play as I start purchasing gas and more gas and more gas to try and fill up my tank. I didn't know exactly how much I needed, but you're about to find out. Went through quite a bit. On top of it, I also realized that right here I wanted to jump into the cab and check my gas, see where I was at, but it wouldn't let me. Not while the pump was hooked up and running. So something to realize for your own benefit. You have to disengage the whole thing before you can actually go ahead and get back into the cab and check on things. You can see that fill up maybe about another quarter of a tank there. So I did it again. Still not full. And again. And there you go. That's where I kind of guesstimated the amount of money and how many gallons it was going to take. I could probably check on it later, but find out. Anyways, I also went here into the service station and decided to buy some supplies. And one thing I learned here is probably the best thing of all is this trail mix. For the amount of nutrition you get out of it, you can stack them up to 3 times. Much better than some of the other stuff. So if you're trying to save space and still get a lot of nutrition, I recommend stacking up on those trail mix. But you can see here I picked up a bunch of different things to try and test out. Each one of them pretty much takes one single slot. I said again, except for that trail mix aspect. And then I went through and looked at all the different things on the coffee here. Not sure what the benefits are, how it's going to help you out later, as I get further into the game, but it gave the descriptions for everything. And then you got the hot dogs and chicken and stuff right here. So, and here I went and bought one more and topped off my trail mix. This is how I found out you can only get 3, and my inventory was full. The inventory you can upgrade under your profile with the skill perks you get, skill points. The other thing I looked at here was with the cash register. The person up there at the counter was the other gear you can buy, and you'll see more of that in a second. But here I actually went ahead and stocked up on I should say, used some of the supplies to kind of improve my health down there at the bottom left-hand corner. So you can see it only takes it up a little bit at a time. Anyway, so I went back in to see the attendant, and here's where I decided to purchase a few of the items they had for the vehicles. Little did I know is that actually there's a lot of this stuff already available in your vehicle. Some of it's in the back cab and some of the containers there. There's also a toolbox outside of the driver's side door that's a stepping area that had some things like chains and stuff. So you don't necessarily have to buy it yourself. And then I also came back in and restocked back up on some more of the nutrient food supply stuff. So then I headed back out here again, got back on the road, and proceeded towards my next job so I can get it actually started. And here's where I learned yet another lesson in the game. And I'll show you that here, obviously, in a second. Once I get parked and go out and talk to the job manager. Apparently, one of the updates is supposedly gotten rid of that outline of seeing things through like buildings for jobs you don't have selected. I don't know. I haven't been back in yet to check it, but like I said, this was recorded before that. I think she needs to eat a little bit more though. She looks a little gaunt to me, but hey, that's just me. Sorry. Anyways, saw the job here. There's two of them. One I can't do because my didn't have the required license, so this is the one I did select and came here for. So I picked it, and the trailer became available out back here. And this is where, like I said, I learned my next lesson on the game. I don't know what I was looking at there, but I think, I kind of wish that stuff wasn't displayed when you're not like needing it, when you're not driving around, whatever, and parking. But maybe it's something that they'll deal with later. So, anyways, I pull forward here, and honestly, this next section took me a lot longer repositioning and getting in the correct lineup here for attaching the trailer than it should have been. So I kind of skip over a whole bunch of that, but this was actually like a long session for me. It's just kind of ridiculous. So be grateful you don't have to like watch the whole thing. Now what I didn't notice is what it's kind of showing there in the bottom center of the screen, and I actually addressed that here in a little bit as well. But like most other things in this game, it seems like the bottom center of the screen shows you where to line up your vehicle. Like when you're at the gas station, it's got that half circle, and you pull and put the marker in, and it identifies, turns yellow and then green when you're in a good position, right? Well, see it right there, it turned yellow and green and then back to yellow. It's because I didn't realize it. I wasn't paying attention to it, and I got out of the vehicle. I was more focused on the mirror and trying to back in, which the mirrors are horrible. But you could see like right here, did not like line up properly. You could see the on the left hand side of the thing there where the little knob, whatever, supposed to go in the center of the trailer hitch there, and I was way beyond that. So I got back out to try to like reposition. And then you can see here, that's where I missed the thing. This is what I was trying to point out. At this point, I still hadn't seen it yet. Would have been very helpful because I pulled forward, came back out, checked on it again, and well, out of position. So I tried it again. Kind of estimated where I was going to need to back up. And then, like I said, the arrows are down there pointing, but I'm sitting here focusing on the mirrors at this point, so I still didn't see it. I got a little closer. I'm like, man, this is like so frustrating, so difficult. So I tried again, kind of gauged what I needed to do, backed up a little bit more. Still wasn't paying attention. You see it's green down there, but I still hadn't noticed it at this point, right? About ready to get out of the vehicle when I'm like, what? Oh, there it is. So I want to double check, see if I could get a little bit better or not. And I have a feeling that if you like focus that in the center of the dot, you'll have a better score here, because you'll see in a second what happened. I finally attached it, but you see all that negative on the cargo durability they got there. I have a feeling that's because it wasn't lined up perfectly centered. Anyways, finally got in the vehicle, got everything good to go, got it all started up, and well, I head off on my job here. And I wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be issues here, so I kind of took getting out here pretty slow, because I've seen some other people's videos where they inadvertently like flipped the whole trailer over on the side, or whatever, and I didn't really want to start over again. So I wanted to make sure it was slow. But like I said, these mirrors are horrible to look in. It's like you can't really see what's going on. Plus, like I said, you can't zoom in on them to look at the mirror like you can on American Truck or European Truck Simulator, which would be really nice to be able to have. So you're kind of like relying on that little small image right there. So take it wide, take it slow, but got on the road. And then as I'm getting started, this is the first thing I came across is all these vehicles just stop right here in the middle of the intersection. Like, not like in it, but back far enough that somebody could have gone, but nobody was moving. They were all just sitting there. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just going around. Gonna do my own thing. You guys can sit back there and argue about who wants to go next. And anyways, once I get around this corner here, just gonna go ahead and let you guys watch some of the moments of the drive. A lot of it's gonna be time lapse and fast forward, but the rest of it I'll stop in a couple of spots so you can check out to see the special moment that occurred. This is the first of many times I have to like drive around vehicles that are going a little bit too slow, because you can see right at this point I'm only going like 29, 30 miles an hour, and that's kind of like ridiculous. But I guess the sign over there said 25. So maybe I was the one that's out of sorts here, but oh well. Alright, supposedly they've removed all those invisible bumps in the road. And here you can see I'm starting to get tired. Even though you're able to drive for quite a while before it actually takes effect. You can see the lightning bolt down there. Still shows I got quite a bit of time left to go. This is another section of me trying to figure out how to pass a vehicle and having to deal with traffic. And also being tired. It's just kind of crazy how most of the traffic is on the right hand side where you're driving, and there's like nothing on the left hand side for the most part. And this is actually under the heavy traffic setting in the game too. So there's that. Doesn't seem like it actually has a whole lot out there, but oh well. Yeah, and almost got in an accident there. So. Something that ATS also doesn't have is that you can pull down this sunshade to block out the light on you, and then you can get rid of it, which I like. It's a lot better than those sunscreens in the ATS and ETS games or whatever that kind of like block your field of vision and just never go away. So I kind of like that benefit in this game. And this is me getting tired and having the thing to overcompensate on the steering. Like I said, it's touchy and temperamental sometimes. So yeah, you just gotta watch what you're doing. See, obviously, a lot of passing vehicles, a lot of passing vehicles here. Um, just happens like constantly. One of the things, there's like an achievement I noticed also that you have to like drive for like 65 miles an hour for 30 seconds straight. And back in the cities with all the turns, I think that's impossible. But here on these roads like this that are like long straight shoots, I think this would probably be one of the best places where you could potentially pick up and do that and get that achievement if you want to try. So anyways, here I finally make it to my destination, and again, like hooking up the trailer, unloading it turned out to be a fiasco in its own right as well. And if you've watched me play, you know that I like to play this as much as possible from a first person perspective, doing it realistic without ever getting out or changing the camera angles and stuff like that to assist me in any way, shape, or form. Well, you'll see here that I wasn't able to stick with that this time because again, these mirrors are difficult and the handling is difficult. And like I said, maybe this stuff's been fixed with patches and everything, but I couldn't get this thing to line up properly for the life of me. And so it took a long time of jerry rigging it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until finally I just kind of gave up. And well, I used a third person external camera. You know, I used my drone. I flew a drone out there to help me back up my vehicle because this was just insane to try and like work out. But I never gave up on actually backing up. I didn't pull into that big, huge parking area. I was persistent on wanting to make sure to get this done. But yeah, it wasn't easy, especially since I was tired and yeah, I've been dealing with all the eye closing and the yawning sounds like crazy. It's kind of starting to get on my nerves, and I think even on my family because they kept hearing it as well. So, but anyways, you can see back up here, I got 5 stars for parking. So shut everything off without obviously looking at the dash again. Got out of the vehicle, went through and started doing the whole unhooking procedure. I'll skip all over that so you guys aren't bored with watching everything again. Head over to talk to the manager here, job manager, and then found out I made an error. Tell me to park. I'm like, wait a minute, I did park it. What are you talking about? Stop. Take my job. You know? But no, he's telling me to go park the trailer. So I was like, why? Well, that's why. So yeah, make sure you do everything. But I got done. I don't know why it's still showing red on the arrival time because up there in the top right hand corner you can see it's green. I thought it was like 2 hours ahead of time there, but it's showing red on the arrival time. So I don't know. There's an achievement for being able to be like an hour ahead on time, and I don't think I got it for this job. But regardless, being tired, this is again another benefit I like over ATS. Being able to hop in the vehicle, go in the back of the cab here, and take some Z's, man. Get some rest and catch some sleep, shut eye, whatever you want to call it. But I enjoy this aspect of the game a lot, really a lot. Anyway, so last thing I do here is I kind of like top up on my nutrition because obviously being asleep for a while, I got hungry, so I took care of that. But that was pretty much it for this session. So with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. This was a second round in Alaskan Road Truckers. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here as they progress. With the patches, I got to check out a few more of those. Plus, I'm also looking forward to their next, looks like download. It's going to be like ice trucking. And yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I wonder how they're going to implement that. Can you imagine your truck falling through the ice? That'll kind of suck. But anyways, I'm actually interested. Like I said, I really want to see where this game goes. It's a little clunky still. It's got some roughness to it, but a little bit of polish here and there will maybe help it out. But I think it's fun. Anyways, until next time, happy trucking, everyone. Take care. God bless. Bye.